Hey guys, welcome back to Third Street Reactions. I'm Tom.
I'm Malachi.
Shane.
We are back with TMNT Season 2, Episode 17. I really like, so far, this version of Karai. She seems to have honor. Now, of course, there's kind of a double cross taking place because...
Yeah.
You know, Shredder's still very much alive.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. That's her, basically, father.
Yeah.
And he took her off the street, taught her ninjutsu, gave her a position of power within the Foot Clan. She's essentially second in command because she's leading the Japanese branch.
She feels conflicted, I think, because she gave the turtles her word, and I really think that's going to come back to play later on.
I think it will. She'll be forced to choose.
You have to make a choice, yeah.
Yeah, which, I mean, the version that we watched, she was good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, ultimately, she was good. And that was a good story. But, you know, for some reason, that Karai annoyed me. I don't know what it was. I think it was her makeup. I just didn't...
Really?
I didn't like her design. Yeah. And I hated when she got mutated. I mean, I didn't hate her for that. It was just terrible.
It was awful.
It was an awful thing.
Did that ever actually get resolved?
I don't think it got resolved, but she was able to take a human form whenever she wanted. So it was almost like you just turn into a snake if you need to for a power, then you just turn back into a human. But she was like feral for a long time. She lost her mind.
What if the switcher got broke? You went to turn back into a human and you couldn't?
I would just kill it. I mean, I don't know what I would do. I don't know what I would do. Guys, before we jump in, if you want to support us, check us out on Patreon for the full length. Let's jump in.
They say the sea is the last unexplored frontier on Earth. And I would have to agree, because what we're looking at is one of the strangest things I've ever seen.
He built this submarine?
God, Donatello.
What started out as a test run of the new shell sub quickly turned into the discovery of bizarre proportions.
Atlantis.
Of course, all exploratory missions should be undertaken with great caution. If you venture into new territory unprepared, it can really come back to bite you in the shell.
Oh my God.
Shane, I hate the idea of large carnivorous things underwater.
Oh, I do too. It's such a frightening thing.
Just the idea of not even carnivorous, but imagine it being pitch black. You were in a shipwreck of some sort, and you're floating on a piece of debris out in the middle of the ocean at 1 o'clock in the morning.
And you know there's 2 miles of beneath you.
Or the idea that a blue whale might be swimming underneath you.
I mean, the blue whale ain't gonna do anything to you, but...
I would still be petrified, just because how massive they are.
No, once you hear the sound, it's like, whoa. And you're like, I kill myself right there. I drown myself.
Just stuck in water. Yeah.
Road head under. See, here we go.
I hate it. I hate it so much.
It wasn't there a second ago. That's impossible.
That's impossible.
Captain, we have a breach. We're going down, sir. All hands abandon ship. Abandon ship.
Oh, they're...
And it's right there. I thought they were like out in the ocean.
Okay, this is better.
They're in the harbor. That's not bad. They're just gonna, like, you know, row 40 feet that way.
That would not sink.
Such event in the last month.
If they had some balls, they wouldn't put the city there. They would just show the hat sinking. They wouldn't show any rafts.
Your attention, please. Let the ceremony begin.
They should break the 4th wall and have eyes like these guys.
Excellent work, my
Why do you throw milk and shit at it?
Makes one think of the giant undersea turtle of Japanese mythology.
It's time to take the shell sub on her maiden voyage. Can I launch her? Can I? Can I? Careful, Mikey.
Thanks a lot, Mikey.
Oh, Splinter.
Dibs on the first ride. First mate Michelangelo, ready to launch, sir. Ooga! Torpedoes away!
You're goofy.
Mikey's my first mate. Wish me luck.
You can only fit 2 people in there probably then.
The waves. I don't know.
What's the point of this thing?
Release.
Umbilical cord.
Dive.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that either.
Yeah.
Would you go to a submarine?
No.
It's so obstructed. Your vision.
Look at that. Wow.
Where are you?
Yes. Putney. The Putney Donnie was an old whaler back at the turn of the century.
Donnie? What's that?
Got a car in the water.
It's a car.
What?
Car doing on the bottom of the river?
About 20 miles per hour.
It's fast.
How?
The Transformer.
They're just taking metal.
Actually, it looks like it's salvaging parts. Let's check it out.
Figures that New York's got a traffic problem even at the bottom of the river.
Where are they all?
I'm questioning the physics even though I shouldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't suppose that could be Atlantis, do you, Donnie?
Atlantis is a myth, and even if it isn't, I don't think it's a suburb of New York.
That's not
There used to be Atlantis.
Yeah.
Junklantis.
Back off a bit. This is getting really creepy.
I think it just got creepier.
Nope.
Oh gosh.
Nope.
When they designed this thing, they give it this weird mouth with spiky teeth. I hate it.
Okay, this is officially one of the creepiest experiences of my life.
Come on, let's go. We come in peace?
What is going on?
I don't know.
We have Donnie and Mikey adventure.
Oh, kind of wet out today. I feel like Jonah trapped on this whale thingy. Where do you think they're taking us?
You're telling me you need your
I have a
weapons. Come
feeling
on.
we're about to find out.
Ugh.
Time to kick our way out of this freak
Junklantis.
show?
Not yet. We don't even know where we are. Hey!
Ah! Which one of you is wearing the ode to fish? It's kind of nasty.
Mikey, look!
Wait a minute.
No way.
He's back. He stepped up.
The garbage man?
But he went into the river.
Yes, this river. My river.
That's me, Tom.
Silence! You know, I should thank you for setting me on this path. Jumping into the river opened my eyes to a world of hidden treasure just waiting to be salvaged. I'm actually pleased that you're
Look at his
here.
face.
I've often...
A man on the dock says the target is weighing anchor.
Perfect. Everything is on schedule. Take these two to the brig and hold them there. I'll want to dissect them later.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
No, it
He
doesn't.
repulses me.
Yeah.
Now is the right time for what we talked about earlier.
Sounds good to me. Yeah!
Ooh.
Oh, and knocked his ass out. Boom, 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 boom. I don't know. What was that shell?
Aren't you a little short for a junk trooper?
Very funny. Come on.
We have grown in power and strength. We no longer have to only pick the leavings from the bottom. And our next prize awaits on the surface. A cruise ship loaded with wealth. And no one can stop us.
Those tubes going to his face and his freaking love handles, dude.
What do you think's going through those tubes?
I don't know. You figured he wouldn't need nourishment.
Ozempic.
This cruise ship will be our greatest prize.
He's spinning around.
What is that drool?
Because he lost contact in his face from eating so much. So he can't feel it.
Numb.
Hey, there's the shell sub. Let's take it and get out of here.
We have to stop the garbage man from sinking that cruise ship.
Donatello, you're so brave.
Yeah.
Target dead ahead! Prepare to send her to the bottom!
Look at the stains on his shirt.
Jesus.
Activate tentacle arms! Full speed to surface!
better make our move.
Oh man. Oh, that was good stuff right there, baby.
We've got to turn this thing around now.
Somehow I think that's gonna be a lot harder than it sounds.
Oh.
Get this trash off my bridge! You freaks! You won't escape me!
He's like the Scorpion King coming down there, Tom. You couldn't dodge that.
Mikey! The oxygen tanks!
Time to ventilate, crap boy!
I think it would take about 10 of those to lift him up.
This must be the acceleration module.
Good! Accelerate it somewhere else! We're about to hit that ship!
Whoa, it's fast.
Jeez Louise. Dude, when I've been in a yacht, we drove by someone one time, the waves did me in for several hours.
Made you sick?
Yeah, deathly sick.
Yeah, one of those big Fujis.
He's like, "Wah!"
Still you!
What's the matter with him?
Really shocking. We've got to get out of here.
It's a bubbling fat buffoon.
Get the doors open while I get the shell sub powered up.
But won't that flood the room?
Duh! The shell sub doesn't float in the air, Mikey. Now let's move it! Start!
Oh, for real?
Well, I guess that's one way to do it.
That's how.
Donnie, hurry up! I can't get the engines to start. We're gonna hit!
What about like all the people in there?
Come on! Come on! Yes! Hang on!
Mikey smiling.
He'll be back. Maybe.
So everyone there's just dead
I was
now.
gonna say, I'm thinking some people lost their lives on that one.
Yeah. Oh, there's like a drill thing he has.
Uh-oh.
Oh god.
It's him! The garbage man!
That guy doesn't know when to give up!
We whooped him once, Mikey. We can do it again. Deploying depth charges.
We have depth charges? Sweet!
Hang on, Mikey. This is going to get rough.
I'll destroy you!
He's too close!
Setting for detonation at 10 yards.
You lose, Tuggles!
Toidles.
Well, that's just terrible. Oh,
Yeah, I'm just so disturbed.
I hate this.
And if that is leaking water, then the pressure's gonna be thrown off, right?
Certainly think so.
At 155 Tom, 185.
I don't know, it's hard to tell.
It's about time you guys surfaced. We were getting worried.
Long story, guys. A very long story.
Surprised I made it out of there without rapping Leo.
Dude, Donnie's always so cool-headed and
So
level-headed.
competent.
That was a really nice detour.
I like Garbage Man.
Yeah, garbage man, trash man, however you want to call him, fat man. He's great.
He's a good villain.
The Burger King.
Yeah, he's an incredible villain. Okay.
So one of the things that you guys were talking about too, where do they, because I really don't know much about it, where do they theorize that Atlantis would be?
Well, there's different ideas, although I like the idea that Atlantis was in the Sahara Desert before some kind of cataclysm, and we can see where it is now, actually. There's what they call the Eye of the Sahara that I think it was first observed by astronauts. It's called the Eye of the Sahara, or some people call it the wrist shot structure. And it describes essentially what Plato's uncle said Atlantis would look like. And it's just this weird thing. It's like, why would it be there? It's in the middle of the desert. I mean, you can't really tell when you're there, but there's...
That's there now.
Yeah, it's there right now. And when you look at... You see these little, these transverse dunes?
Yeah.
So when you look at it from outer space, you know what it looks like? It looks like, you know, when you see waves come up on the beach and it pulls some sand and it creates these little... That's what it looks like. It looks like on this whole side of the desert, hundreds of miles south and hundreds of miles north of this, they have those. It looks like, I don't know, like maybe an asteroid hit right here, and there was a tsunami that washed up on like all the way through that desert and wiped everything out. That's what it looks like. So, but yeah, it's like this remarkable circular structure that can't really be easily explained. Atlantis was described to be like circular, obviously, with there's like rivers and there's like land and there's rings, and it kind of fits a description perfectly. There's also mountains to the north and all this other stuff that kind of aligns with it. You know what I mean?
I've never heard of that. I'll have to do some research on it.
Yeah, so that's where Jimmy Corsetti, I think Corsetti, he's an investigative journalist that kind of goes for, you know, obviously the things that really interest me, history. You can call it conspiratorial, but no, it's not really conspiratorial. He just investigates a lot of things like that, like obviously the Americas, the pyramids of Egypt and stuff like that.
Right.
What's really interesting is there are like big archaeology has like tried to get his videos taken down just to have the conversation. Same thing with Graham Hancock. You've heard of Graham Hancock?
I know the name.
So Graham Hancock, he essentially is also an investigative journalist that wrote a bunch of books in the 90s, and it's just alternate views of history, and he absolutely believes that the Americas were hiding lost civilizations, and lo and behold, they definitely were. I mean, when we do LIDAR, which is light penetrating radar, to the Amazon rainforest, we discovered massive pyramids that we didn't find before. We knew of some that were there. All these structures that were hidden that we didn't see before.
You've always been into that stuff too.
Yeah, and there was this idea that there was a civilization that came to the Americas across the Bering Straits, and we called them the Clovis people. That wasn't their real name, but they predated the Aztecs, Mayans, and the Olmecs. And the Clovis people, we can kind of identify them because when you go like a certain depth when you dig a certain depth, and you can find their pottery and their basically their tools that they left behind. And archaeology never even thought that we should look deeper or look elsewhere because that would predate the dates that we know.
Right. We
know people crossed the Bering Straits, and there were a couple of different migratory patterns. There was a couple of different migrations, right? And nothing predates the first one. It wouldn't make sense. But now they found all kinds of stuff. I mean, they thought people got here 7,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago. Then it was 7, then it was 10, then it was 20. And now, they're finding footprints and things, evidence of humans. Not evidence, but actual proof of humans from over 20,000 years ago, 25,000 years ago. There's footprints in Argentina. So Argentina, Maokai, is on the tip of South America. Mm-hmm. So, you know how long it would take to get to the tip of South America from the Bering Straits?
It'd take a long time.
Yeah, it'd be the last place they'd go unless we had people sailing there and landing there. So there's footprints, and we saw footprints of children, and we saw basically we saw the footprints of the presumably the mother and then the child, and then we had the children's footprint disappeared for so long, and then they're walking again. So it's kind of like that thing where you're picking a kid up because he's tired, and you're like, all right, you're gonna walk, right. And then you pick him back up. So we had that even 20,000 years ago, and it was also walking next to. Have you seen those prehistoric sloths.
Sloths, the giant.
Yeah, and it was walking next to, and right then it was walking next to something. We also had they're not armadillos. Yeah, maybe they are. They're these. Oh my God! It's a prehistoric version of a creature we have now. So essentially, these things, they dig. I mean, they're humongous creatures, and we would kill them. We would use our shells for shelter, and we'd use them for different things. In Brazil right now, these things only went extinct like 5,000 or 6,000 years ago. They were here for a long time with people walking around, and they dig holes that are like almost as tall as me and length and width. You know what I mean? And they burrow underground. There's all kinds of cave systems that these things were tunneling, and humans hunted them. Everything else on this continent. So I know we're getting off track here, but Jimmy Corsetti, Graham Hancock, they kind of study ancient civilizations and stuff like that. But anyways, Graham Hancock was right. There were a ton of people here that predate the Clovis people. You know what I mean? So in some of their DNA, they only exist in certain parts of the world. Like people that are on this continent now, they have DNA that are different from all the other people that we know came from. I think it's from Asia essentially. Those people came here in 2 or 3 or 4 migrations. They intermixed inside the Beringia, which is a landmass that is now gone and then they became genetically distinct, and they became the Indians that lived here, essentially, right? Well, there are a group of natives or Indians that are here that don't have that DNA, and it only exists in people that live out in the ocean. It goes to show that there were enough people that did sail across the ocean. I'm talking about from like New Zealand and Pacific Islands, way out in the Pacific. They came to the Americas, a group large enough to breed, and their DNA is still present today. It's pretty wild.
Well, I imagine as technology continues to get better, right? Like more stuff's going to come out and get discovered.
Yeah, like the Richard structure, they can't investigate it because of, it's a war zone. All right, there's all kinds of, crazy people out there. I won't say anything more than that, but yeah, essentially you can't really go there and have an expedition. Right. You can't go there and conduct real archaeology. But some guy went there and he said, "Yeah, I tasted the sand. It tastes like fucking salt." So ocean. And he thinks if we did a massive archaeological dig here, we'd find pottery, we'd find all kinds of crap. Yeah, the idea of Atlantis is, I think, the coolest thing. I know I just went on a rabbit trail there, but this is something I've always been interested in.
No, it's cool information. We did get our little Star Wars reference.
We did.
Aren't you a little short?
One time I went to a Star Wars convention, and everyone's walking around cosplaying. And I was with a bunch of people. And then there's this stormtrooper people that were, I don't know if they were the 501st, which is a recognized organization where people get together and they build clone troopers or stormtroopers and things something like that, right? And I can't remember what happened, but there were several people around me. I said, "Aren't you a little short for a stormtrooper?" And it was this very short stormtrooper. She took off her helmet and she's like, "I'm a girl," and she was irately angry. Everyone was laughing.
Like legitimately angry.
Yeah, I'm thinking, dude, it was dude, you not know it's a Star Wars joke? But I remember everyone laughed. Like, oh, you know what I mean? Because it was just a perfect time to say it. She was way shorter than the group of people she was with.
Was she good looking?
She was pretty. Yeah. And she was like older than me for sure. I'm not saying it's good or bad, but like she was a pretty woman. Yeah. But I was like, dude, it was a joke. Come on, chill out. Anyways, this was a fun Don and Mike adventure. Yeah. I know, Malachi, for sure, you really like Don and Mike a lot.
Yeah, I like Don a lot.
Oh, you don't like Mike?
No, I've never said I don't like Mike.
Okay, I know Don's your favorite, but I thought you liked Don and Mike because they don't get the spotlight, and you usually go towards people that are left out. Like Tyrion. He likes
I like Don.
Bastards and broken things. You've always been like that since you were little.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... why are you on edge? You seem so offended.
What?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
It was kind of cool just seeing like pretty much two of the turtles.
Yeah.
In an entire episode.
I didn't think that would happen, actually. I was very sure they were going to get bailed out somehow by Leo.
Yeah, and we haven't gotten that a lot in this show.
No, not really at all. Even in the 2012 show, very few examples of just
We had
those
some,
two
like-
going off.
We had some like Mikey centered.
Yeah, we had a Mikey and Dawn
Episodes I
team up
remembered.
where they were considered the B team. There was a
Yeah.
storyline about why are we the B team? And Raph and Leo look at each other like, because you're the B team. And then something happens, they have a mission, or I think they might have to save Leo and Raph at some point.
Right.
But no, it was a fun episode. I hope Trash Man did not die a terrible death like in recent history. In this country, we had obviously a tragedy, which to me is just like a terrible fear.
That's just terrible.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be down there to begin with.
Well, I was reading some World War II stuff with this guy. And he's dead now, but he was like 80 years old. And he was talking about when they were in a sub and they sunk a warship for the other side. And, and then the sub kind of emerges. And then you see a bunch of 16, 17-year-old kids are swimming and they start banging on the submarine. They're screaming and crying. And then you just go back under and you hear them screaming and crying until, they just submerge. And on our sub, it's just also a bunch of 17, 18, 19, 20-year-old kids. And it's sleepless nights. You know what I mean? Just a terrible thing to think about. So I'll end with that. Guys, if you don't want to wait till next week and hear amazing stories and conversations, check us out on Patreon. Bye-bye.